Oh, burp. Do you guys ever like holding your burp? Or like what I did? Like, 1 second, I can force myself to burp. Like burping your cheeks and then. I don't swallow my burps. I've heard swallowing any like additional air is like a bad thing. I don't know how true that is. There's so many like myths I heard as a child that turned out to basically not be true at all. What audio is this picking up? I can see like it's using the right microphone. I don't like noise suppression on it because it seems to like no, we'll do noise gate. That should be working. So that just means like he'll only pick me up when I'm so high in volume. So that should be pretty good. Oh. Wow, it doesn't pick me up like at all. Hold on a minute. Close restaurant. I can never remember which way around you got to do this. OBS noise gate settings. There'll be someone that just gives you like a standard. Someone just show me a page. A compression, noise gate, 32, 26, 26. Minus 32, minus 32, minus 32. Oh, that's such a small gap. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Yes, good noise gate. Oh, I should let me set up everything first while we mess with it. My brain, 1 second. Come here, because I wanted to pick me up. I wanted to pick me up when I whisper it. I can see it like not picking me up. I do like random noises and stuff all the time, so I make random sounds, and I'd like those to be picked up. You know, it's my charm. Oh, that's Twitter, not Twitch. That's Twitter. Um. So, I kind of want to do some AI generation today. Is there a way I can show this without doing all the rude stuff I was generating? No, to show, Oh, hold on a minute. I haven't got the tab open. Now, something I'll wait for some people to get it, but something I'd like to talk about. Serious topic, not really. Just something that interests me. Some people probably who have heard me talk about it loads of times for because it's a very silly thing for me to talk about, but I'd like to slightly mention it. See what people think. I had a can of drink. I got flavored water. I'm gonna get back on the flavored water hype. I know, obviously, with the sugar-free ones. Actually, no, because it says natural flavors. So is there sweeteners in this? It just says natural flavoring on the back. No, it says, what? You can't say natural flavoring then say there's sweeteners in it. I assume the sweeteners are not going to be as bad as, for me, than obviously drinking drinks. I don't drink many fizzy drinks, and the ones I do tend to be... I like... Some of my streams I've had like a bottle of like Dr. Pepper and stuff, but I don't often even drink Dr. Pepper, but... yeah, I'm going to start going back to eating a bit healthier. If I say it on stream, I'll force myself to believe it. I've not been eating that unhealthy to begin with. Like, I had a couple of jammy dodgers left in this, and I ate some of those. Oh, but few and far between that aren't even eat. I love biscuits, but you know what? It's so few and far between with me eating biscuits. My parents literally thought I didn't like most biscuits. Like, I took some out the drawer, or they would take some out the drawer. I was like, rich tea. You like rich tea? I'm like, yeah. Then they took something else out, and I said, blah, blah, blah. You like blah, blah? I was like, yeah. I like most biscuits. Biscuits are delicious. I show you because you drink sugar-free drinks, but try not to. Yeah, at least the sugar-free ones means you're not like putting on those calories, getting all those calories in your system, right? Like, because at the end of the day, the easiest way to lose weight is to be at a calorific deficit. I don't know how you actually say it. I think that is close though, where you're obviously consuming less calories or using up. I honestly think I have a optimized body. I don't know if optimized is the right word either, but I feel like I do not burn as many... Is it just calorie deficit, not calorific? Sounds cool. I feel like my body doesn't use as many calories as, like, average person. And it makes a lot of sense, because I'm tired all the time. But it's true, like, some people's bodies don't burn as many calories throughout the day by just being alive than a lot of other people, and vice versa. Some people's bodies burn a lot more calories. There's a big reason why some people can eat more food and still look slim, while other people can't, because their bodies just burn more calories throughout the day. But it usually means it's because they need it, right? And I think I'm one of those people who... I think I could eat very few calories and get away with it, because I just think my body doesn't actually use that many calories in a day. I tend to eat because I like the taste of my food and not necessarily because I'm hungry. I'm not actually that hungry very often, but food is just so alluring. I just want to gobble it down. Alright, let's generate stuff. I kind of want to make like a sci-fi gun. Because if you want something realistic, at least sci-fi's kind of stylized, so I can get away with still feeling like I'm making something stylized. So let's write in... So when you're using... Again, I can't really show you this. I guess I could... Try to think the best... Is there not a way to get another scene up while I'm... I think you can't do that in OBS. I could just share some of my Discord screen. Super calorific expialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you're sure to sound cautious. Cautious? Cautious? Does she say it like in a weird way? I don't think I've ever seen Mary Poppins, so... yeah, I kind of... See if I can get away with this without showing my whole Discord. I've shown my Discord chat before. I usually just make sure I'm clicked on something, but I kind of just want to hide bits in this scenario, in this case. So if we just go... capture, then application capture, or Windows, right? Window capture, yeah. Whoa! It instantly selected Discord. Cool. So you can see everyone on there. What I want to do is this. Oh, it's on a 2K monitor right now. Oh, I'm still the same scenario. I want to do this. I just want to cut it off. I generated SpongeBob Diablo the other day. There we go. You have a little window here, and you guys can see what I'm writing it. Just underneath everything. Cool. Now you can see what I'm doing. You know what? I kind of wanted to move. Yeah. So if you write like imagine, oh, I already write imagine. So the way you write it, imagine Midjourney. Am I allowed to show this? Not like a copyright thing. Oh, I don't know, actually. I might not be allowed to show this. We won't show it then. I'm very cautious about this kind of stuff. I'll show you what I generate. Because I know I'm allowed to show you what I generate, because the way that the copyright works behind that is technically everything you generate is public domain, at least in Midjourney. Spelling, man, a lot of those words are wrong like it should. I thought that is how you spell precautious. Because cautious is C-A-U-T-I-O-U-S, right? Then pre is precautious. Is that not right? Or is it not the same word you're saying? Is cautious is how you spell that, right? Or are you saying the way it's pronounced? Different. Oh, it is a different word. How do you say? Oh yeah, precocious. Precocious.
Precocious.
Having developed certain abilities or inclinations at an earlier age than is usual. How's it? I don't know. Again, I've not watched it, so I don't know what I don't know what she rhymes it with. Maybe I'm just not finding the right word. You know what I really want to rewatch? I think I already said it to you, moderate. But is actually there's two things. Was it another anime? One was an anime. What was the other one? Oh, I kind of want to wait. I kind of want to watch One Punch Man, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. I always want to rewatch One Punch Man. If any of you out there if anyone watches this stream, because I know no one's really watching at the moment, if any of you watch this stream and you haven't watched One Punch Man and you just want a good time, you just want to watch like fun and you watch anime, even if you don't watch anime, a big part of One Punch Man is it parodies a lot of anime and superhero. That's kind of the point of the show. It's a parody of other shows. Like, so even if you don't watch anime and you don't really like superhero stuff, it's funny because of those things. I don't know how they wrote it so well, because for people who like superhero stuff, love it. For people who don't necessarily like superhero stuff, it's also meant for them. They've just done it so cleverly. There is chat highlights. Didn't even know that was a thing. Goku can try his best, but it's hard to beat a parody character. Okay, so instead I'm just going to write in it. So let's imagine so you need to know the prompts you're looking for. So you can keep it simple, but you tend to... So it depends if you want like a design sheet, which you tend to want to write a turnaround table, I think it's called. I don't think I'm allowed to share it. I'm not sure. A turnaround sheet. So if you want like designs from a different angle, it will try its best, but it's not very accurate because it's AI generated. So let's go pistol, weapon, sci-fi. I don't know how you're supposed to write it, and we'll keep it that at the moment. I'm waiting to start. I like that one, Kodesh. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. That is a pretty good that's a pretty good joke. I once was so poor I couldn't afford the R, so I was basically just poo. I'm generating some AI designs of a sci-fi gun because I want to make something. I want to make something sci-fi, and I don't want to do an entire environment. So I thought if I just make something that's cool, if I just make something, I kind of want something simplistic. I know you guys can't see this. I'll show you. I can show you. So for the things I wrote, we get this. So if we actually let's upscale 4. 4 looks very cool, but I want to another reimagine. So in a melee. Annoyingly, it doesn't do spell checks on the yeah. I'm gonna write in minimalist. I'm gonna leave it at that. Then I'm gonna write it turn around sheet. Job cute. If you guys have any recommendations or sites typings you think it'd be funny, go for it. Did you draw those? No. I'm AI generating right now. I am literally using software called Midjourney on Discord, and I'm AI generating. Oh, see, this one's cool. Oh, this was really cool. Especially because it's minimalist, because I can like kind of do what I want then. So this one's pretty cool. Let's do a an up. I don't know, she did one. I want some more. Oh! I left the noise gate on. You should be fine now. Sorry about that. I want the noise gate on to cut out the really, really low sounds, but for some reason... Well, not for some reason, I don't know what the close threshold and open threshold is supposed to be to basically just remove those sounds. I don't like using the noise suppression, because in the noise suppression, it changes my voice a little bit. Do you hear the difference? Like, I'm talking now, and I turn it off, and now I'm talking. It sounds different, right? I feel like the quality sounds less. Maybe it's just me, but the quality sounds less when I have it turned on. Noise gate is trash. It just doesn't work properly on any mic I've ever used. Yeah. Oh, wow, they are sick dope. I think OBS does that. Yeah, I'm trying to... I've got it... I'm streaming on OBS. What do you guys think? So, if you guys... So, I'm going to generate some stuff, guys. If you guys want me to generate something, let's say a 3D model, I kind of want to go for a sci-fi weapon, but I'm not sure. If you want me to write anything specifically in, a color, shape of it, if you don't want it to be a pistol, or if you just want me to write something funny, like, I don't know, Tony Hawk's playing Nintendo... You know, we can have a bit of fun. Maybe I won't do 3D Sim. We'll just spend the whole day reference gathering so I can find something I want. All right. So, yeah, this is the upscale version of this one. So, I really like this. What we'll do is we'll jump into Pure Ref. And we'll throw them all in Pure Ref. So, I can start building like a little portfolio montage of all the ones I liked. I like how it tries to write something. It's like... Try to get a watermark in there. You can actually write no watermark and get something there. So we've got this one too, which is definitely a lot more sci-fi looking. Plus, I find it more annoying having noise occasionally pop in and out as someone talks than just having a constant background noise. I think when there's constant background noise, you kind of just start... You not zone out. You, what's the word I'm looking for? You kind of just forget about it, right? I like the body and stuff, but the front is weird. Looks like a camera. Or this one. I mean, I could always make that flush and just have it curve around and have like a big barrel or something. I do like that though. I like this one, but there's a lot of texture work involved getting all this looking nice. All right, this is an asset that could take a couple of days. This is an asset that'll probably take weeks. This is very complex looking. Very cool though. Okay. I like... Hi, Saidu? How's it going, man? Sorry, I'm terrible at saying names. If I said that wrong, tell me off. We're generating AI designs to see what I want to 3D model. Yeah, I really like that one. This one doesn't make sense because it's like pointing one way, then the barrel. Or does it make sense? That barrel doesn't look right the way I feel like it should be pointing, but maybe it is because this looks all flat here. And then it kind of looks like it points out. Don't worry. Thank you. Thank you for the free pass. This one looks like it's literally wireframe. So you can actually write 3D and model in here as well, and you'll be able to get something. Our Freddy's in... where am I looking? In here as I'm going. So... that one's kind of cool. Not very sci-fi though. That one's eh. That one just looks like a gun. It kind of looks like it's showing me how to 3D model it. Nah, I don't really like that one. We had it generate this. What is that? What is that? That looks weird. Did I say that's going to start spinning and generating like electricity? It's like, I really like that. I'm going to take that one. Don't like that. That looks like it's a spaceship. Like, scale that up and boom, you've got a spaceship. Ow. I think I got a spot. Oh my god, that looks difficult. What, modeling it or drawing it? Because this is just AI generated. That's weird looking. And I looked at that one before. So I'm going to write the same things in modeling. It's fine. It's fine. I think I could model these. It's just time. I think it just takes the time. Are you a 3D modeler? Saidu? You're a 3D modeler, man? Are you just here for the fun? For the fun of watching me? You're a student. Oh, if you've not seen the kind of stuff I've made, you can scroll down and click Art Station. I don't want to show it because I've showed my Art Station so many times on the stream. But if you want to look at this kind of stuff I've made, you can get a grasp of the kind of level I work at. I'm not a top-end artist at all. Let me see. Yeah, if you scroll down, I think... Hold on a minute. Yeah, Art Station. You just click there. You'll get it up. Yeah, I like that. That looks really cool. So let's add this one. Now I'm fan. Thank you, thank you. I don't know why you think yourself as low, bro. I don't necessarily think myself as low. I just don't think myself as top tier. I feel like I hover somewhere around the middle. And I only think I'm even there because I have the ability to work from a product from start to finish. I think I'm low middle on everything. But because I'm able to piece everything together and make an end product, I think it boosts me a little bit. But I definitely don't think I'm high tier. Very different designs though, right? Now, I want to try writing in the same sort of stuff, but we're going to write in 3D Unreal Engine. Or, we're just going to write 3D and then model as well. That'll work. For those of you who don't know what I've been working on, I'll get that up as well just to show you guys. Because I will be finishing it at some point. I do really want my, I want my freaking... Oh, I should be showing you this as, like, NDA stuff in here. I don't think you can see anything really from the thumbnail, but just in case. I'm a very cautious boy. Okay, so we've got some interesting models on this one. So it's literally given me models. Like, this is 3D. Man, this really helps, like, to make it. Because I can literally just... I like that. I don't know what any of this is doing. But I like that. It's just, like, loads of bells and whistles. I like this as well. Here it gets a little confused what's going on. But I just imagine that it's, like, flat here. You probably just need to pull this about here. And then you have it flush along here. The hard part about this is a lot of it's like one shape, so when you're dividing this out into separate meshes, you need to really be smart about it. But I like that. I like 1 and 3. Yeah, so I'm going to upscale 1 and 3. And we're going to regenerate some more of these ones to see what results we get. That last one looks like a riot. Right, decing. I like this part. We use Maya for the gun. I use Blender. Because I personally think Blender's better and I don't have the money to... Well, I do have the money to pay for Maya, but I would never use Maya if I'm just using Blender, because Blender's free. And I'm better at Blender, so... Ooh, this one's cool. Hold on a minute. So let's get rid of this, because I'm going to put them in. Oh, I really like this one. I really like that one. Oh, that's really cool. It's like sleek, but not. And he's got like these parts here. I feel like I'd make it so this part glows red. Like it gets hot before shooting whatever comes out of here. Oh, what the... That looks like a low poly model. That's hilarious. That one's just in a box. That one's kind of cool. I'm not a big fan of that one. We're going to get a high res of 3. Ooh. Damn, we're getting some good ones generate here. Okay, so we got this. Oh, that one's cool. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. That has to be like 100%. Not ZBrush. You could do that in ZBrush, but 100% needs to be sculpted in areas, because that is insane. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. That'd be really hard. Maybe I won't make that one because it's a lot of organic look. I'm generating them on something called Midjourney. I could show you the website. I'm probably allowed to do that. Midjourney. Actually, I want to make sure I'm not signed in. Okay, so yeah, Midjourney. Get started. It's so it attaches to your Discord and you can message it directly. You can do it now. There's a trial version. You can add it to your Discord, but you can direct message it and it works that way. And yeah, you could just tell it to... You could write /imagine. I would show you, but I think I'm not allowed to. Even though technically everything it makes is public domain. And you can upscale it and stuff to give you a better image. But you can... There's a lot of funny things. It costs a decent chunk. That one looks so like... Oh, Sci-Fi Scorn! You're right! You're so right. Yeah, so I've just generated a bunch here. I really liked that one that you just said looks like Sci-Fi Scorn. I'm going to give a high res of that one too. I think... Oh, look at it. Hello there. Hello, Wolf. I think... Because I know a lot of people really, really don't like AI. And I'm... All I can sit here and do is praise it because I really like it. And I don't want to because I know people really, really don't like it. I like it simply because it takes ideas in my head, because I can't draw and stuff. And I know it's like, but Steve, you're supposed to pay a concept artist to... I know. But when I want to make something 3D model, it gives me the ability to go... Because when I look for things already to model, right? When I'm like, oh, I want to make a stylized bed. I don't just make a bed. I write in stylized bed. And I look at what other people have done to give me some point of reference of how to make one. Then if I really like the way one looks... I don't like the way any of these look. You can tell, look, like this one. You can tell I use that design for my ship. Because I'm not creative enough to generate a complete unique idea. I have to look at other things, but I can put them together afterwards. So AI gives me the ability, or AI generated art gives me the ability to do that. I can find these really cool things that I'll just go on Google and find anywhere and recreate. And I can throw them in here, like in a document, to show me all these. And I could go, ooh, I really like that. And I could just use it. And I think that's so cool. You're afraid of switching to Blender. I'd use it, man. I didn't read that comment to that. Like, when it comes to, like, Blender, there's just so many... Because I know universities tend to teach Maya, from what I'm aware of. I learned Maya in university. And I can still use Maya. I proved that a couple of months ago. Because Moderate challenged me. Wait, top left of the original step was still your favorite? Was that... Wait, hold on. This one. Because that's the original one I generated. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh, the Scorn one. So I assume the Scorn one you were saying was this one, right? Wait, was that the one? Oh, before that one. So you mean this one? If you like that, we'll do a generation of that. Strike some of these images in that I've got. The one you hate, as usual. So that one I think was pretty cool. Hey man, that's what people's tastes mean. I can I dislike stuff that you dislike. The 3D ones are definitely going to be way easier to model from. The problem is side-on ones gives you a profile, so they're easier to then overlay. Like if I wanted this image, can I save this image out? I see, that's annoying. So if I wanted that image, I go onto my Discord, I guess. So there's something you can't do in Blender. Is I do this, and boom. In Maya, you can do it in Maya, but I don't think it's as quick as click and drag, right? And then if I want to start modeling this now, I can then come into here, go, okay, let's get the handle done. So I like to separate things out to separate parts. I feel like this part, that's actually, no, we'll do it as this. So I'll pop this down to here, pop this over here. And you can start getting that profile in, but doing stuff like this, whatever. But we'll keep it like, you'd keep it usually low poly. But yeah, you'd try to separate things out. And I feel like this shape would basically end here if we're separating it. So you probably want like more like this. And then you can just have this come up to here. You can have it come over if you want. And have it just intersect inside of there, right? And then you can just fill these faces in to your heart's content. So let's get rid of that. We have like our first piece done. You obviously detail it later. Sound effect. Wait, what? Then yeah, I'd probably do this, pull this out to here, and have this as a separate shape. The reason I have it as a separate shape is just because it's. I always recommend using separate shapes because it just means you can do a lot more with your geometry and it won't mess up other things. So now I can add all these extra details in here without having to add all the extra geometry over here. So now I've got all this here. I could do something like... don't know how I'd make it. It's like this, isn't it? And then this part comes over here. Something like that. And then this might just be a texture, but then you could select this. If it's not a texture, select this. Do something like this. And you could... Obviously, the gun's way too thick right now. Yeah. And then as you get to the bottom, you can have another piece, and this piece could be thinner. But that's why it's so good working with a complete profile, like an illustration. Because you ain't got you got a lot... I did undo it. You got a lot less to worry about. You don't know what's going to look like in a 3D perspective, but you can align everything, right? So that gives you a lot to just sort of mess with what you want. So this can intersect. Don't worry about things intersecting. That always works. I'm not actually going to model this. I'm just showing an example. There's a couple ways you can do this. I'll probably just do it like this. And have an extrude coming over here, pulling that down. So I'm going to keep things... I'd keep things as low as possible because when I want to make them higher poly... Get a nice flush geometry here and come down to here. When I want to make it like higher poly and look nicer, I'd probably grab there like this. Then I'd bevel this out like that. Or, but it bevels out way more than I was thinking it would. I could pull that in then and do something like that. Like that. And then I could fix up the geometry later as I go. So pull this up, probably like here. Probably like here. Same over here, pull this over, pull this over to like here and do something like that. And we get like that nice smooth geometry. And then when you get into like endpoints, join that together, you're going to want to add things like bevels because a bevel will allow you to have it looking like it separates, like along here. Hold on a minute, what's going on? That is generating those bevels so sharp. How small is this asset? Well, there you go. Anyways, you start messing with it until you get to the point you're looking for. And you get those bevels in there. And then you put the whole thing and you get increase the quality as you go. If you use a weighted normal, come into here, come into here. And yeah, you just create your stuff. Is it not a fillet? Is what a fillet? What? How have you been? I'm planning to learn human anatomy, whatever the word is for modeling stuff. Here? Here? I kind of want to model this now, because I feel like this one is one of the easiest ones here, but I'm not going to. I'm back. Oh, I didn't realize you left. Oh, I was just showing quickly some of the modeling stages to this. So the problem with this kind of gun... Oh, it is got double thickness, but the problem with this kind of gun is like... How does the grip work, right? Like, should I have made that as a... I probably should have made that as a separate mesh. And then this part here... Again, this is another reason to why it's actually... Could be considered a downside using a flush on perspective, like an illustration, because you don't know that 3D-ness. But you could probably do something like that and then do this as like a hard, like mark sharp. And then... That's not sharp at all. There you go. And you can like work with something like that. Anyways, we're not using that, like I said. I don't think we're going to do 3Ds there. We're just going to get a lot of reference and decide which one we like the most. I'm definitely in favor of this one. This one. This one is probably the best one that's I'm still able to do without requiring a lot of time to do it. Because I'm like, I want to try to do it as much as I can on stream, but I definitely focus more off stream. I feel like I could do all of this on stream, maybe a little bit off stream. Oh, that white bit is it not one segment? You think so? Oh, you think it's just a bevel? Oh, you're probably right. Another bit, but to me, it's just like an angular detail, if you get me, just the way I see it, though. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that part is probably just like a bevel. Is it called a chamfer? Chamfer? Bevel and that means the same thing anyway, right? You're like, no. I don't think Blender have chamfer, so in Blender's case, bevel, I feel like that's not an accurate representation. Like, what does this even mean? Like, what? Because when you're modeling something, like, that's saying that this is a bevel. And saying that this is a chamfer, when this is literally the bevel tool. Like, bevel. I'm not quite sure what that example is trying to say. It has to join into, I don't know. In 3D, I don't think. I say I've never heard that one used. Is it pronounced like fillet or fillet, depending on where you're from? Yeah, look. It says it has to 3D. Oh, I don't want to watch a video. But yeah, right, it's just the different names of software. But I was wondering if there was like a definite way. Definite way. It's the same, right? Yeah. I was just seeing what people said. The fact that I'm seeing pictures of it being like a flat like this. No. If you ask anybody to bevel who use 3D, use Blender, they'd be like, well, no, that's just a bevel. Yeah, I think you're right. They do come from woodworking. But I've seen woodworkers call it a bevel as well when they bevel a corner, and it will end up looking like this. Like, there's an Irish guy I watch, and he called it a bevel. So now I'm even more confused. Like, look, bevel edge. It's like flat. No, I've never heard anyone describe it that way. That's so weird. Anyways, we'll go back to being productive. You know, it's like I hate doing. All right, we generated a bunch of stuff, didn't we? So, where are we? Okay, so what have we got in here? I'm gonna add this this one, even though I think it'd be too difficult. Would it be too difficult, or am I just being a crybaby? I don't think it'd be that hard. I'd definitely practice doing this off stream because I wouldn't want to embarrass myself. I don't like the hole here. I wonder what I could... Or do I? Is that like the chamber? I don't think so. That's very cool, though. I don't know what color variation I'd use, but that's very cool. Here you go, moderate. Well, you know what? Upscaled, it looks significantly better. That one looks the most sci-fi, to be fair. Well, that one probably. That looks more like a spaceship. I don't like that one, but we're keeping it here. So we're going to go for the... I'm going to put them in order of what I prefer. So I like this one. I think this is definitely... So that's like A tier, B tier. I'm going to keep that. Now that's going to go C. That's going to go D. That's going to go D. That's going to go B. A. You know what? I'll give that an A just for moderate. So we're going to go something like that. I'm in love with that one. What, the Scorn one? This one. That one is very cool. It looks like a Magnum, right? That's awesome. It's so smooth looking as well. I also really like that one, though. Look, it's got like separate bells and whistles. Like I can model this part all separately. Same with the front. The more... So when you... the more and more stuff... Oh, it's labeled as bevel in Maya. Thank you, Harak. So the more you... do 3D art, the more when you look at something, you start separating it. Now, I'm actually going to say this to... Say dude. Which do you think you could be most proud of when you finish? I'd be the most proud of probably this one, because I think the smooth shapes really would flex my organic modeling. Whereas this one, there's enough flatness that I don't even have to use sculpting on this, or I think this would require a little bit of sculpting. See, I do really like that one too. I like this here, like the material. That could all... So, maybe I will do that one. Maybe I will do that one. Oh, that one. I would definitely need a game plan of how to do it. Wee woo. Hello. Because I could separate here. Like right here, I know it doesn't fully go, but I could just make this go to here instead. And if that's a separate piece coming all the way down here and towards there. Same here. I could cut that in the middle, have that as a nice separate piece, have this part at the bottom as a separate piece. And as I was saying a second ago, the more you 3D model, the more you start separating stuff into separate pieces. Now, in university, I've heard that people tend to say different things as a teacher. I'm going to tell you now, definitely, I'm so bad at that word for some reason. An answer to this. If you're modeling something, let's say this, separate out into its separate components. And I think the easiest way to look at it is separate what you're trying to model into... Wait, sure, don't cling to the reference. Yeah. I try not to, because especially with AI generated stuff, I've realized when modeling, I've been modeling some AI generated stuff from at work, and I've realized sometimes it just doesn't work, and I'm looking at it like... That's not how that would work. How does that work? Like, anyways, when you're modeling something, separate into separate components the same way it would be made in real life. Bottle. It's separate. If you're doing it in ZBrush, doesn't really matter. ZBrush doesn't really matter. It does when I'm doing the low poly, though. I probably can't... I don't think I can use ZBrush. I don't think I have access to it anymore. I could be wrong. But yeah. So, like, if you wanted to model this, for example... A big part of these streams is me teaching you guys things. So if you're like, what? Steve's getting a bit distracted. No, that's the point of the stream. So the best reference you can ever have is looking at something in real life. So I'd say, depending on what you're modeling, you can start with the base and then work from there. So this is probably the best section. So separating it out into its separate components. This middle part, not including the buttons, is the separate component. Now, this part does have holes in it, but you can generate those afterwards using Boolean, using lots of different ways. Boolean is not the devil, but it can cause a lot of problems later on. So if you do Boolean, you want to resolve that later. So we want the shape to be something like this, right? And then a couple ways I could do this. I can grab the, let's make a bit thinner. Sculpting without ZBrush, dark times. True. I am definitely a ZBrush sculptor. So you can do something like this and smooth that, and you'll get like some smooth edges. But the problem is I haven't got enough room here now, so it's redo this. Oh, you know why? Because so one really good thing about Blender is you have a lot of stuff that can help you in the form of a shelf, a modifier shelf. So now if I change this side because of mirroring it, for example, I'm going to get this nice and like duplicated. So on here, this comes to more of a flat like this. Right. So now we have one piece. Oh, hey, Adam, what the heck? You've not been here in a while, so now we have one piece. I'm teaching people when modeling something to keep them in separate pieces instead of modeling it as one. Now, we've got this like top face over here, and I could do something like this and pull it in. It does actually come to a flat here, almost a circle, and it goes something like this. However, this could actually stay as one piece if I really wanted it to, but I just think it's so much better to have a good practice of keeping things separate. So it actually goes, it's literally something like this, but I'm going to separate that out. It's also better for texturing, because when you texture, it's way easier to select your islands and stuff if they're separate meshes. And then there's like technically a gap there, but it's hard to really want to make that gap, because if I make that gap, you're going to then have a hole, right? You could grab it and fill them like that, and you can have that hole. At the back, we've got a similar thing, and it's got a hole in it. So I'm going to once again use our actual base geometry, pull this back, pull it into here, pull it back again, pull it inwards like so, pull it back, and it doesn't flex any more than that, but it does start curving around. Now, a couple of ways I could do this. I don't want to do it right now because I'm not actually showing this off to show. I'm just showing this off to quickly show you guys to keep things separate. So I'm just going to do this, right? Let's get to the top here. What is it? It's a lighter. It's an electric lighter. And then when you, this is also not flexed out enough because this needs to be a circle. When you get to like this part, always find the shapes that best match what you're making. A circle in this case. Funky. You know what? A lot of people haven't seen electrical lighters. I saw electrical lighters in university, and I was surprised how many people, when I got it, was like, whoa. So technically, with something like this, you could probably just keep it flat, and then you could bend it using bones and stuff. That's a fancy lighter. Thank you. Now, another good piece of advice is when something intersects with something, you don't need to fill the face, right? This is intersecting here, so you don't need that face filled. So you can leave it blank. You could probably just do this with normals, but for the sake of just getting it like, what's the best way to do this? Yeah, probably just this. Sake of getting it just looking kind of nice. If we do this, so it's all the way down here. Cool, and then we go select loop, edge loop, and then we scale on. Oh, actually, that's not what I'm gonna want. I'm gonna want a face, aren't I? Let's try that again. Can I select an edge loop as a face? I don't think that's how it works. No. There is a way. Oh, there is a way to do it, but I can't remember. Because essentially what we'd want to do is extrude this like this. All the way down. So instead, because I can't remember the freaking tool. Because it's been a long week. It's been a really long week, man. My boss got me like on a whole different project, and I had to do it in a really short amount of time. So yeah, instead, because I can't remember how to use the tool, and this is a good example of using different tools and knowing that you can do stuff in a lot of different ways. So if we do, for example, this, and I align this to there, and we need just array it. Wrong direction. So how's it going, Adam? I've not seen you in ages, man. Cool, that should align. Merge. And then we can then do this up to like 50. Cool. And then because it's actually an array, we can then go, oh, I want this part like this. Let's turn you on. And then let's go something like this and like this. And boom, we get those bend marks. All right. There you go. And we get that shape. Now, that is not the best way to do it. I just couldn't remember how to do it because tools. And we get that part to it. And then, yeah, again, this is just an example of me showing that you should separate all your assets into separate pieces because it means later on, when you want a UV map, is a good example. When I want to UV map this now, I've got this as a nice separate piece. You can mark seam here. It's like this part. And these, if I separate these out into separate by loose part. You can actually still have them merged together, but this is just to show it even easier. Let's convert that to mesh. That is not white at all. What's going on here? Oh, there's a face inside there, right? Yeah. Floating faces, man. I've been working recently, and so many models I get given from somebody I work with. So many floating faces. I'm like, man, you should really, really look for these. Yeah, so now, because they're separated, it's really, really easy to set it up for UV mapping. You can use curve. I could have used curve. That's a fact. You're welcome for my complimenting your light, Steve. He said, girlfriend draining me of my money. Oh no, look for a new job. New job? You went to 505, right? What happened? Well, actually, no. Don't tell me what happened. Don't. Unless you really want to, don't spill your life worries on the internet. Just use your. Have you been? Got you on Facebook? Haven't I? Yeah, I think so. Because I was like, oh, he works at a big company. He might be able to get me a job. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so now you can just unwrap that. It's not going to work, is it? I knew something was going to be broken. What is that? But yeah, when things are separated, it makes your life a lot easier. Are these not connected? Why is that not? Oh, it's an angle, of course. It makes your life a hell of a lot easier because when it comes down to doing UV map stuff, a lot of time you'll come across issues when you try to merge things together because then you got to forcefully make a seam there anyway. But yeah, this is just a lesson I've learned. Because when I was younger, I always thought when you're modeling something, oh, you need to keep it as one mesh as possible. But not even the real person who makes it. You know, not even real. If you went, like, this isn't one mesh, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just way easier to have it separated because that's how it was made in real life. It was made in real life like that for a reason. I like modeling this everyday household items. I actually don't know how you do this one because the way it comes in, you'll get like this curve. I was about to burp at the same time. That was not intentional. I just happened to be burping at the same time. Yeah. What you could do here to reduce some of that is basically do this, and then pull this in like that, and then you could delete that face in there. And boom, apart from whatever this is, we have that unwrapped. What? What? Oh, there was like a face there. Interesting. But yeah, then we get stacked straight. You're able to select islands easier because it will separate it out. Long story, hee. I mean, if you want to, man. I know we're not like best buddies, but yeah, if you want to share, I'm always all ears. But yeah, and then it will just be the top part, but see, this is an example of where you would be forced to actually keep it together. So if you look at this top part, I don't know how well that's coming through. if you look at this top part, you can see it's like a circle attached to kind of like a rectangle with a hole in it, right? But because it's like not welded, it's clearly formed to be like that, right? So in that kind of case, now there's a bunch of ways you could do that. The easiest way is just to literally just model it. I don't really know how else to say that. Just model it. Like you'd make the circle part, which is how this gets connected in. So it's like this, which then gets pulled back. And yeah, it's literally just that. Then you could just delete the sides out. But as I was saying earlier, a big part about being a 3D artist is you start slowly learning about when you look at stuff, just how it's sort of modeled, and how it would be formed even in real life. And it's very interesting to me that's you sort of get that. We'll just put that as an end on, actually. You just sort of get that naturally, and that's probably the biggest part about being a 3D modeler, that you can't just train, or you can't just learn, should I say. You have to be trained in it. You have to just spend time doing it, and you slowly but surely will get to the point where you start understanding what things actually look like. And I find that very interesting. I think it's really, really cool. Yeah, basically just does this. Whoops, this. Yeah, this. There you go. This is this, and then it does like a little bit forward, and then it goes over to here. Also, when you're modeling something, you'll get into the habit of modeling it the way you want to finish it. I knew I wanted to make this look like this when I was done with these 2 points at the end, so I modeled it with that in mind. There you go. You can select this now, and to make it look a bit nicer. Jesus Christ, the music. A bit nicer, you could bevel that. Not that much. This is a very small asset. There you go. Smooth. There. And then we're going to do a weighted normal. There you go. And then these parts can be separate, because the parts inside are not actually part of that. Yeah, that was a funny, just model it. Funny comment. What I mean when I say that, it's actually smaller than that. It's more like that. It's a very small top. What I mean when I say that is, so when we were modeling this part, this circle part here to that, you could tell it's formed together as one thing in reality. But these points across here, this popped in up in my recommendations. Glad it did. Want to know, do you like Maya? Oh no. Oh no. No, I don't like Maya. I used Maya for I used Blender actually when I was 13 years old. I used Blender from 13 years old. I'm 28 now, up to 18 years old. But I went in university and up to, so from 18 years old to 24 years old, 25 years old, used Maya. So when I was using Blender when I was 13 to 18, I wasn't really using it. I was just, you know, I was a kid. I was bringing it up every so often. I was just sort of making things. Now, I can still use Maya perfectly fine. If you actually go back to a couple months ago, I showed that I can use it perfectly fine. Because I don't hate Maya. I know I say this a lot, that I do hate Maya, and in a couple of streams times I probably am going to sit and go, I hate Maya. But as a point of reference to if I ever look back at my stream, I don't hate Maya. I just think it's far too simple for how much they charge for it when Blender is free. When you've got a competitor that does more than a paid, like Blender does more and it's free, the Maya's, and yeah, sorry, to continue how long I actually used it for, I used Maya from like 18 to 24, 25, now I'm 28, I've been using Blender I'd say 25, right? I've been using Blender for about 3 years now. If you go on my ArtStation, I don't want to open it, but this is actually a case where I kind of need to, because I need to show you what I actually did in Blender and what I did in Maya, because in my ArtStation there's a big selection of things that I did in both software, right? So from here, here all the way up to, so Blender probably started here. Here onwards is Blender, right? So I've made entire environments. I really wished I had speed tree when I made this, because I think the trees really let this environment down. But everything in here was made in Maya. and then textures in Substance Painter and blah, 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 blah. Built all the way up. Same with all the assets. I've separated some of them out and made them a bit more higher resolution textures just to show them off, because that's what you do. It's okay, I use only Blender. Heck yeah. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. You can see, like, sometimes it's really annoying, because sometimes you want to make things higher polygons, because you'll get, like, the sharpness. But at the end, when you're playing a video game, you probably don't care. Anyway, so... Maya. Damn it, Adam. Maya. Well, we'll get the figures up as well if I haven't. Blender. Maya. Yeah, so I'll show you these ones as well. Have you direct messaged me? So this is quite early on. You can tell by the quality of it, it's not that great. But yeah, this all my because at the end of the day, the 3D modeling fundamentals are the exact same through Maya and Blender. What did you say? Thank you. Yeah, the fundamentals are basically the same, right? When you're modeling something, so we've got some tools already in here that I didn't use, right? But when you're modeling something, if you're in Maya, oh my god, where did it go? If you're in Maya, so my go-to example is literally making a monitor, right? Because I say a monitor or a screen has an interesting way, and it teaches quite a lot of lessons about 3D modeling. Because it's a very simple model, and anyone who's even getting into it can model with some basic shapes like a monitor. So monitor consists of something like this. Now, you could do stuff like edge loops in Maya and Blender. Blender is quite shortcut based, but similarly, yeah, you just put in your edge loop. Do something like that. We're going to have a border at the bottom of our screen, then less border at the sides, right? In the middle, so one lesson you learn when doing 3D modeling is when to extrude something inwards or inset it. I don't inset. I have a bad habit of not using the inset tool. I tend to just extrude and scale. But it's the same thing. So you can inset it, or you can create edge loops. So let's say we're making our screen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's say we're making our screen, right? So we get this thin border. Actually, technically you only need one here. It's a nice thin border, and boom. We have where our screen would come in. Now, this is usually considered the wrong way to do something like this, because now we've got this extra geometry back here that we don't need. You can go around similar to Maya, and you can clean this up. So you can start like going around here. Wait. Yeah, around here. And you can like clean it up, whatever. But you'll basically end up with the other way we should have modeled this. Ooh. Oh, just enough that I could delete the edge loops. I know there's a lot of shortcuts in Blender that I should be using. I tend to like writing it. I don't know why. So yeah, you can press I and insert it. Again, another tool, Maya. I'm pretty sure you can insert a Maya. You can insert it. And boom. So that's one lesson you learn when making a monitor, is that you learn the difference between insetting and or extruding inwards on a flat surface, or using edge loops to do it. This saves on poly count and stuff like that, because we now don't have all those extra edge loops at the back that we had earlier. Now you learn another lesson here, which some people might instinctively think, oh, I want it back to my monitor, so I want to do something like this, like this, like this, which is completely unnecessary. When you're doing something like this, I showed before, you should make this a separate mesh, because in reality it is a separate mesh, and it gives you a lot more freedom. Because when you do something like this, if I instead want two backs to it, I know it's kind of weird, but let's say we want like a bit here and a bit here, I could extrude this and try to do it like that. I could put an edge loop here, extrude them as individual faces, do something like that, right? And then pull them out and then do the arms we want. Or, and look how much extra geometry we're causing here. It makes this mesh a lot more harder to work with. Or we can do the smart thing, which is just grab. So I like to use as much of the mesh as we can. So if I have a close mesh that's similar to what I'm about to make, I'll just grab it, duplicate it out. Same in Maya, I'm pretty sure. I'll then separate that out for now, because we're going to mirror it. Now, you can't mirror it in Maya as a modifier. You have to do it afterwards. So you could just imagine, not bevel, what am I doing? You could just imagine I've applied this afterwards. Oh, bugger. I didn't mean to. So Blender has edit mode and stuff. In edit mode, you won't move its origin point, which is what I did by accident. So if I undo that, what I want to do is I want to click it, select it in edit mode and move it. So now when I go to mirror, you'll mirror around that origin point. There you go. So now we don't have to worry about the limitations of the material, of the mesh we're making. So now if I want these two arms that we have at the back, boom, we can have two arms at the back, right? And I think why I like using a monitor as a good example for showing off all these different ways to model something is because you can do kind of what you want with a monitor, right? Like you're not limited to. You can say, oh, I want a weird auto mirror. Oh, was that a thing in my auto mirror? You're not limited to saying to yourself, oh, I don't have. Oh, a monitor all looks the same, because freaking gaming monitors make themselves look way different all the time, right? I don't really know what kind of stand we're making here. I kind of just wanted to give an example, but yeah, there you go. It's a very, very weird looking stand. Let's clip it. Oh, there you go. And we'll... That's the weirdest looking stand ever. Anyways, so yeah, the process in any 3D software of making this, minus having this like mirror tool, would be exactly the same. The difference is stuff like, oh, if I want to mirror edges, depending on what software you're using, you might have to manually select it to bevel them, or you can have Blender where it does it sort of for you, like so. It's like this, is similar stuff, like in the modifier shelf, whatnot. That's really not beveling at all. Anyways. Look at this guy. My last step on this was basically to say that you can have this part separate as well, because this part is literally here. Also, what do you do? I was reading Allfather. Was that who said it? Yeah, Allfather. What are you, Allfather? What are you, Allfather? Render that with Arnold would be horrible. Oh, I don't know what that was referring to. Or no, was it the? Oh, I thought the music just stopped then. So you can stream this in words. You sound like this, and it comes to basically like a point. But yeah, select the whole thing. Fix it's normal. Select that. Separate that out. We'll take the bevel out. We'll just leave it like that's fine. It needs to be way smaller towards the end, and we'll just get a mirror in there. I wasn't going to actually finish this shape, but you know, I'll show that I finished something today on here. And then if you're got this in the games editor site, you can make a little sparks go between it. That'll look nice. Yeah. So you technically want to do your weighted normals last. We want this to be like 60% because we don't want it to bevel the other parts. So boom. We also want to turn on. We have that turned on. Oh, the bevel is way too strong. There you go. And boom. We have the thing I almost just dropped. This doohickey. I didn't do the hook at the end because I thought that would just be too awkward to do. But yeah, there you could go about adding some extra detailing in it. Depends how detailed you want it. Some of this can probably come down into your actual texturing. You can do what I'm about to show you using Boolean. I'm going to show you how to do it in Boolean, but this isn't the way you have to do it. In fact, you could technically do it like this. I think like this, yeah. And if you pull that down and smooth that, oh, it doesn't work the way I thought it was going to. Because basically you just want it like that, right? And then you scale this out to give you a circle. Like so. And then you could replicate that across the entire thing. You've made n-gons now, but you can fix those later and you make all the holes. But you could just use a Boolean. We'll go back to we're generating guns at the moment. Some of you have come in this chat and you've not even seen the ones I've been generating. So yeah, what you could do is, I know Boolean is a very hated thing, but that can be quite helpful as long as you're willing to fix it afterwards. I know I should have had those equally spaced, but who cares? Probably quite a few people actually. A lot of people have like a little bit of OCD and that kind of stuff, but I am not an OCD 3D modeler at all. If it looks good enough, I'm like, that's fine. So some people I've worked with hate it, because it's just like, but it's not perfect. I'm like, it's fine. Oh, I didn't realize that. So we just pull this out. Cool. And then we will rock you. Oh, these are way smaller. What am I doing? This is like this. Like this. Yeah. And then we've got like a biggish one. It's way too deep. Too deep. Biggish one here. That's one of our buttons. Similar here. This should be a bit deeper. Cool. Something like that. I think I should be able to set this and it should be doing a decent boolean. It's a flat... That's not boolean. It's a flat surface. I don't think that's right. Is that right? Oh, no, that's right. Then click apply to that. And boom. Again, you can fix that afterwards. In fact, you could do really... Because it's a flat surface, you can be cheeky. You can select it, just push Control-T. And we get decent enough... geometry. That shouldn't cause any issues. The problem, because there's a load of tries, you probably want to do that after you've done your other bit. So what I want to do here is I probably want to select these edges. Oh, whoops. After the triangulation. There you go. You probably want to select these bits over here because it'd be easy to select as well. And we do like bevels. You can either manually bevel them, or I could just go into here and do a bevel like that. Problem is you get bevel down here, which I probably don't want. I probably... no, I do need that face. I mean, that looks kind of cool like that. As you can see, though, it does mess up the geometry, but that's partly because we haven't got... Oh, we have got that on, wow. Also, it'd be partly because we haven't got... Wait, normal's on. There you go. And we're going to shape all those extra holes in it. Boolean is a great idea till it's not. That's very good advice. Hey, Steve, what's the weirdest thing you've done in Blender? Ooh! Oh yeah, I was showing off my art station. I was showing off the stuff that I've made. So Maya, again, Maya. What did this get transferred to Blender in the end? Have I got... No, I've got Maya on there. Maya. And then, weirdly enough, I've not really done too many realistic things on my art station. I really wish I could show the stuff I'm working on at work, but I can't. And I haven't been able to for like 2 years. So there's just... I could fill up so much extra in here. But ever since I've been doing Blender, I have kind of been doing stylized. So it's really hard. This is probably the weirdest thing, right? Right? This is probably the weirdest thing. Yeah, this is really fun to make, but this is all in Blender. Not rendered in Blender. Everything I render, I try to render in Unreal Engine. Because at the end of the day, I want to show... I don't know if this is good advice, because I don't tend to see a lot of other people, especially industry professionals, follow the same thing. But I think the best thing to do is if you want to... We were kind of told this in university as well. In fact, we were told this. If you want to show people you can work in a games engine, render your stuff in a games engine. Again, I don't see a lot of people actually do this, but I like doing that. I like that. I remember that. Yeah, this was so fun to make. Blender. This was a very rushed scene. I'm actually working on improving this as we speak at the moment. I'll load it up so I can show you guys. Mine is a Roomba fridge. Very nice bit to make it in Blender. I'm trying to think now. What is the weirdest thing I've made in Blender? Like, singular model. I make so much. I've made some weird stuff for work, but I can't really... I could tell you about it, right? That's not cheeky. I made an alien. That was very creepy looking. What else have I made? I made some really weird, like, just stylized props. I wouldn't say they're weird, though. They're just, like I made a pirate ship. I've made a whole pirate ship that I can't show you guys. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, I've made some really cool stuff for my company. Yeah, I don't know. I made a low poly character. If you guys never saw that, that came out really cool. I don't even know where it is. I should put it on my art station. It was really cool. Like the person who paid me to do it asked for it to be as low poly as basically possible. Oh, someone's messaged me. main spirit ship, it's all coming together. Then it's coming down. You're somehow gonna guess exactly what I'm doing. Anyway, so I'll show you what I'm working on at the moment, which is this. So we're like blocking out this room. The lighting kind of sucks, and some of the rooms don't look very good. Oh, whoops! I broke the wall in here in my last time I used it. This one? No, what's the color of this one? This one. Yeah, that's better. I don't know how well this is running. Let's check. I keep saying, is this good? Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's not laggy. So this is, if you actually play, you get like The Simpsons. So I've been improving this slowly. I've been trying to get like, it's like I really like doing when I do realistic scenes, is I like micro detailing, stuff like this. Like if you look at the can, you'll see like these water droplets on it. It's not very hard to achieve stuff like this. It's just you're using a texture and you're scaling it down a lot. And it's just some cool features, right? Like I find that very interesting. Similar with that couch. So these are called detailed normals, which basically this only has like a, oh, that's bad. This only has like a 2K texture on it, but then we have some normal maps that I throw over the top that look like this. And then you just scale them across it, and it makes it look more detailed than it actually is. If we were to turn it off... 0, 1, 1. Look, you can see that difference in quality. Oh, God. Because it's not actually that high resolution. The couch is quite low resolution when you get close. Like a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in... Oh, I'm getting a bit laggy now. A lot of stuff in 3D is actually surprisingly lower resolution than you probably realize. But then you have stuff like micro detailing on to trick you into looking, boom, into looking more detailed. We've got like the TV, which has some cool screen effects I tried to get working on it. Click pause. There you go. So you got like the screen pan effects, and you got this like rainbowy effect that happens. You know, like old screens. Because of small detailing on these guys. Yeah. I don't think this is that high quality either. No, we're only at 73. If I was in that 100, we might be lagging. No, we're good. You can see some of that like stuff comes through a little bit better. But this one I'm working on at the moment, I've just not... Because it's using Lumen, hardware Lumen versus software Lumen. Hardware Lumen's better, which is like a ray tracing card. I don't have a ray tracing card, so I'm kind of putting it on the back burner, trying to work on it. Let's. I'm not going to stream for too much longer anyway. I do short ones on Saturdays. We are looking at guns. There's more of you here now, so you can actually request things if you want. I'm doing AI-generated art to see what I want to model. I know some people are against it, but I like using it for the purposes of just getting concepts. I don't sell them or anything. Need an RTX, bro? I do. I know these are AI generated. Yes. I'm using Mid-Journey. He's placed and finish. Oh, someone replied back. Cool. This is way too good. I know. AI generated stuff is great. You should see the stuff I've been generating on Stable Diffusion. This is Mid-Journey. So if you don't know what Mid-Journey is, type it into Google, write in Mid, M-I-D, Journey. For those who don't know spell Journey, Journey. I thought I didn't have to spell it then. Did I spell that right? Journey, yeah. So, I can't show you... I don't think I'm allowed to show you me generating stuff. But it's just on Discord. So if I write /imagine, so we'll type in something random, right? We'll go imagine pistol weapon sci-fi design sheet model 3D. I'm gonna write in orange, and we're gonna write in steampunk instead of. We'll keep the sci-fi in sci-fi steampunk. We'll see what it does. Thank you, Steve. I unfortunately did not pass the second grade, so I cannot spell Gianni. Hey, man, I just want to show you guys I can spell Gianni. And who knows? There might be some very, like, people who have English as, like, their second language, or even their fourth language, and they might not know how to spell Gianni. My nose has been blocked so much lately. I've got, I'm allowed to show this, right? I've got some Sudafed blocked nose spray. It's actually really good. Considering my doctor tried to help me with some stuff, this stuff is working great. He didn't recommend that. He recommended something else and it didn't work. But then again, the thing he was recommending it for wasn't for a blocked throat. It was for something else. So yeah, we've got pistol, weapon, sci-fi, design sheet, illustration, which I probably don't need in there. Minimalist, 3D, model, orange, and steampunk. So we should get basically a pistol that looks sci-fi and steampunky and is also orange when it loads. Sometimes it loads really fast, and sometimes it's like, eh. So yeah, I think with deciding that, like, this is probably the one I'm going to make. This one looks so cool, but it looks like it's going to be the hardest. The smoothness of all the connecting parts is just unreal. It looks so good. Ah, it's working. Okay. Oh, God, these guns look really weird. Okay. So, this is the steampunk guns it made. Yeah, these look... it looks like a hairdryer. Oh, no, this is Midjourney. Is V5 out yet? Settings. Oh, it is! Oh, my God. I didn't realize it was out. No, I was not using that. How much better is it supposed to be? Oh, that one's cool. A couple of days. Oh, okay, so not too long. That one just looks like it kind of gave up. It's like, oh, barrel underneath, I guess, and it's just like, bleh. That one's kind of cool. But you can upscale them as well. So if you like one. So let's say we like this one. That one, it's got like a horn at the back, but let's say, that is the one we like the most because it's the kind of one that only really works. We can, it gave us an orange background in that one as well, which is interesting. So I'm using V5 as well. I'm seeing what we get. I think that is better on more photorealistic stuff and fingers, of course. Let's do a handshake / imagine handshake. For those of you who don't know, AI generated stuff has a horrible time generating hands and fingers. Wow. It's taking longer doing V5. This looks like AI. It is AI. It is AI Baymax. We're generating a gun that I want to 3D model. And I'm putting them in a tier list. These are the 3 at the top. This is just like a random one I'm doing right now. Damn, man. These guns look great. They kind of look like revolvers. These don't really look... Do they look cyberpunky? This one I really like. I wanted to make sci-fi, but... that looks cool as well. Make a ray gun. Honestly, just go on education trip to the American school. Oh, no, don't say that. That's horrible. But they all look really cool. What the heck? Let me generate some stuff using the other AI. The other prompts. Because now I'm intrigued what we'll get on here. Looks like Star Wars. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and the handshake's going well. So V5 seems to take longer. But the hands look good, though. So I like all of these. Like, I like that one, which would be a lot of texture-based work, but that looks really good. I like this. I don't know what's happening, but I like it. I like this one. This one's probably my favorite here, I think. Like this, all of them look so good. This was probably my least favorite. It's got like scratches on it and everything. I'm gonna do a high res of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got a high res of this gun that we saw earlier. Woo! That is definitely something. Wow, yeah, the sci-fi, the V5 is definitely taking its inspiration from a lot of different images. I don't quite know how it works, but so these are pretty cool. Was this using? This is using V4 because this took a while to catch up. They look like hair dryers, man. And that one more looks like a gun, so there's that one. But these two, it's just like fancy hair dryers. Okay, so this is what our handshakes look like. Oh, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got an extra finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got an extra finger. This one's good. How much is Midjourney? $8 a month or $24 a month? I can't remember the limitation to the... And there's one above that, but I can't remember the limitations to which did which. Get started. Get started. Here. Oh, that's just a picture. Basic plan. How do I... About is down here. No, contact careers. Join the beta? Nope. I don't know. There's difference. I remember specifically wanting to join to use interesting. To use the more expensive one. Look at the top guy. Wait. Oh yeah, what the heck? He's onto something. One's for moon time and one's for earth time. Alright, so we generated this gun. This is sick. I love that. That looks so cool. The patterns and everything, man. That's so cool. You know what? We're making another list over here. That's my favorite of those types. Okay, so this is the sci-fi one. So yeah, it definitely it's definitely generating them very differently because neither of these look like that at all, right? But this one, yeah, it's very different. These don't look sci-fi at all. Well, yeah, a little bit. Let's generate a couple more and see what we get. So I'm probably, yeah, I don't like any of those for this, right? But that looks kind of cool, but it's just a white gun, really. Top 3 contenders are these ones. And I could pop them in chat for you guys to vote in my Discord. Because they'll probably start on it on Sunday. So I just think the one that looks the best and would be easiest is this one. Oh, maybe this one. I don't know what's happening with the sights. That's a very clean shape, though. That shouldn't be too hard. It comes down here. It's like beveled across here. It goes from like a bevel look to like a... You can tell like around here, right? To smooth. Actually, no, because it still stays sharp here. But it's more here. Looks smooth, and it comes down here. In here. Very good. Very cool shape. Alright, let's check these generations. I'm going to do these last things, and we are going to call it a day, because it is half... I thought it was half 11 then. Half 10, that's the time I want it to be. Yeah, these are very interesting. Like, this is generating it way different than I was expecting. So we got you. We got you. We got you. Oh, cool. We got those three. Cool. Oh, hold on a minute. That was the same one. Oh, this one. Whoops. We got you. Good at free ones. Well, Midjourney has a trial period of like 200 images or something, so you could use that for a brief period. Stable Diffusion is technically free, but it's very hard to set up because I had to set it up like working through my Google Drive. These just look like guns. I mean, who said in chat a second ago? Was it Baymax? Was it Guan? Sorry, I'm terrible at names. Better for photorealistic stuff. Yeah, I guess it's because it's trying for that photorealistic feel. That one just looks like I literally own that gun as a BB gun. Yeah, I'm not digging it. This one looks sick though. Was that using the that was using V5. That looks awesome. Anyways, I will be calling it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed me making this doohickey. You can actually, for those of you who don't know, cool thing, you can do this in Maya as well, probably 3ds Max too, but you can set up like a very quick preview. Like in your previewer, I can make like some of the settings have like kind of lighting and stuff. I like these sort of settings. There you go. So you get like all this like shadow work and stuff. What you'd actually also do here is you'd grab like this, pull this in, because this is like a switch on here. Basically what it is it just looks like, grab from here to here, pull down this, and then it's just a switch that goes up and down here. And it's similar on here. This is like a little on and off switch, and you just press it. And there you go. You've basically got my lighter. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to save that. Let's put it on my desktop. We're going to go electric lighter. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I will catch you guys next time, which is going to be tomorrow. Where's the stream? There it is. All right. See you then. Bye.